This is an overview of what the Stealth shift knob is. What we do is take a factory TRD Pro shift knob, remove the outer shell, and install custom left and right buttons into each side. What this will allow you to do is control the factory ECT at the palm of your hand. These two wires will plug into the extension. It's included in the pack, left and right. It'll run under the center console and up to the lower dash. The gray connector will plug into the factory ECT, and the black connector with the included pigtail harness will allow you to control the accessory of your choice. Some customers wire it to a garage door opener so you can access it at your convenience. Some customers run it to a light bar or any other accessory. Let's go over to the vehicle and I'll show you how to install it. Now we're in the vehicle, we're going to show you how to route all the wiring for the Stealth shift knob. Remove the factory knob, followed by the center console, lifting from the back. Pull the e-brake up. Make sure to disconnect the gear selector harness. And pull it out. Now we're going to work on the upper dash, taking the radio bezel surround and the lower AC cluster. Popping this right side dash off and the AC. Disconnect. Three plugs. And we're going to now get to the ECT button. Reach your hand back up behind there and press it from the back and disconnect. Now we're all set up to run our wiring. I like to start from the top, drop the two white plugs down, reach your hand under the backside, and they're right there. Pull the slack, route the wire along the left-hand side next to the factory wiring. And have it come up right behind the shifter. Next, we're going to take the factory ECT, plug it into the gray connector. Now we've got the factory ECT plugged in. This is a vacant hole. We can put the factory button back in there. It won't be used now that since it's relocated, or it frees up a space for another button, light bar, ditch lights, whatever you want. The black plug is for the accessory. This is the pigtail harness that it comes with. You can wire this to whatever you'd like. It's an optional accessory. If you don't have anything planned, just leave it unplugged until you find something. Now we're going to go on the bench and modify the center console to allow the Stealth shift knob connectors to go through freely. Now that we've got the center console out of the truck, our Stealth shift knob connectors need to be able to pass through this factory boot. At the bottom there's a slot, but it's just not quite big enough for the connectors to go through. So we're going to enlarge it. We've got a 3/8" drill bit right here, and we're going to hit this very bottom. Be careful not to puncture the boot. We're going to start right here. Just like that. We're going to go back over to the truck now and install it. Now that we've got the wires routed, the center console ready for the knob, we're going to do the reinstallation. This customer is actually going to be using our puddle light switch, so that's going to be taking the spot of the ECT now that it's relocated to the shift knob. I'm going to plug in the AC cluster back in. 1, 2, and 3. Drop it back in there. And the upper radio bezel. Now we're going to go to the center console. We're going to tuck it over the e-brake and over the shifter. Keep in mind your Stealth wires are right underneath there. What I suggest at this point is don't lock it in first. Take your shift knob. So we're going to screw this on. Okay. Now drop this chrome boot down and fish your connectors down to the hole that we made. There's 1 and 2. I like to use a little pick tool to help guide them down. Once both are in there, push down. You can reach up from the side and pull them through. 1, there's 2. Now from here, on the right side, you can see both of our connectors. I use the left one, I marked it as red. If you want to plug that one into ECT, that's the red and black. Plug it in, and the other one, plug it into the white and yellow. Make sure there's a little bit of slack underneath there because you're going to be shifting it back and forth. Reconnect the gear selector and snap the console back on. Take your boot and snap it back in. Now we're going to check function of the ECT knob. Hitting the button, and we can see the ECT button on the dash go on and off.